We're going to give our predictions for Super Bowl 46. And, of course, we got the rematch from Super Bowl 42. New York Giants, New England Patriots. Hey, what else is new? The Patriots, of course, Tom Brady, Wes Welker, and, of course, Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez. And, of course, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, who hasn't fumbled in 4 years. So, on the other side, Eli Manning, Victor Cruz, of course, Hakeem Nicks, Mario Manningham. And you got the running game between Brandon Jacobs and Amon Bradshaw. So, Dan, let's start with you, boy. Let's break it down. What do you see out of both teams going to Super Bowl 46?
Well, I'm going to say this is going to be a high-scoring match.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think that the end score would be 35-31 Giants.
You think? Oh, that close. Okay, so but break down the defenses though. But I want to
defenses will matter a little bit, but it's mainly the Giants have the defensive edge.
Well, a little bit.
A little bit.
You're saying a little bit.
A little bit for a few reasons is we know Brady will always find someone to throw to.
Of course, he's got many weapons.
Yes, but we also see that with the lack of defense, pass defense, more to say, of the Patriots. So the Giants' weapons will always be able to get out and open as well.
But don't forget this though, Daniel. You got to remember this too. Most people just know that Tom Brady can throw, but he can run too. If he can get like, and this is the number one thing. If he can find a hole in that pocket, and if he can't find someone to throw,
he's not like Aaron Rodgers or Michael Vick, but he can run every now and then.
He
from
can
time
run.
To time.
And it has happened before. He has done it in Super Bowls before. He's done it against the Rams. He has ran before. But you got to look at that, and the simple fact that the way that the offenses line up as well. Like if you actually look at the New England offense, they mostly line up and I notice this. If you look at a lot of time, they actually don't line up in a T. They actually line up in an inverted E or the heart formation. What's that mean? Everything's going straight, and you can actually look that up on there, and you look it up on YouTube. You can actually see they're lined up just like this. And Brady is at an angle. He's not straight. He's at an angle. And you look at it. So what's that mean? When a defense comes in and he says hike, they do this. And when you get something like this, it allows Brady to have that time, and Brady can be back here going, okay, I'm going to go this way, this way, this way. But if they break through, then that's actually a bad thing, because if they break through, they actually create openings. They actually will allow you to create openings. Why? You're bringing those defensive linemen in, but who else are you bringing in?
Okay, we're not talking about formation. We're not talking about formations. We're just getting to picks here. Hold on. Can I talk, please?
No.
Okay, well, you're getting muted for that. But Vince, let's bring us to your insights and predictions.
Okay. There's going to be two keys. In fact, actually, this is one key, and it's going to be both defenses for both New York and New England. Everyone knows New England has probably the worst defense in the league. In fact, they did. They were 32nd in the league. Now you got
That is true.
Yeah.
Now the Giants, if you
remember, they're very young defensively. That's not that just because they're young, but they do give up a lot of points from time to time, and a lot of yardage too.
Didn't you see how they let Baltimore back in the game last week? Didn't you all notice that?
I noticed that big time.
Now.
And Baltimore could have won the game,
but obviously we had
obviously another second coming of Ray Finkel named Billy Cundiff.
But again, the defense let him back in the game, so that's one of the reasons why New England may be a little bit suspect, and their defense is going to be something to watch. Now the Giants' defense, you obviously saw against what they did to the San Francisco 49ers, was they only gave up one first down to they gave up one play on third down for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
But what I'm stating is with that, if you look at it, both defensively and offensively, if you look at it, when you look at that V, it is very hard to stop, because no matter what, because you're bringing in the backfield and you're making that room. And what's Tom Brady going to do when he has that room? He sees a receiver in there. Oh, look.
Yeah, but remember, Eli Manning could also do that too.
Yes,
if you saw in the playoffs as well.
All right,
so what's your score, Vince?
What's my score? I don't know who's going to win this game, but I'm just going to throw out a guess. I'm going to go 27-21 in favor of the Giants.
Okay.
And for me, Cowboy Nick, for me. It's very hard. It's going to be a very hard, but it's going to be very close. I'm going to say it's going to be a 28-29 score because I just think that
You mean 29-28.
exactly 29.
Flip it around.
I did say 29-28.
No, you didn't. You said 28-29.
You
Well,
said
thank
28-29.
Thank
See,
Good
thank
sir.
you. Thank
Okay.
you.
But anyway, I'm going to say it's going to be that
Quit
close.
switching up the story, bro.
I'm
but
gonna,
no,
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
say it's
playing
gonna
with
be that close. Why? Because if you look at both teams are very dangerous. Both quarterbacks are, as I call them, as I rate them, are like the destroyers or the Darth Vaders of football. They can do damage. Both of them can. Look at the Niners. The Niners right now have been just humiliated. Look at Baltimore.
I wouldn't
Humiliated.
say that. It was close overall, but I think if the turnovers would have not been a factor against the 49ers, I think they would have won.
They would have, but if you
That's not a humiliation. That's
yeah,
more of
that's
a-
I disagree. That
I
is
mean,
not
it was two main mistakes.
exactly.
One which could have been, if he didn't do something stupid,
it could have
there
been
wouldn't
avoided.
have been.
It could have been way avoided.
Yes.
And I know every Niner fan wants to whoop that certain person. But the simple fact is, if you look, like, even if you go on YouTube and look at it, like I did a lot of studying before I made this prediction. And if you guys and all you fans, if you look at it,
You sure you weren't playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 all
no,
day?
I sent you the videos, by the way. But if you look at it, these teams,
I'm just kidding, man.
These
I'm just
teams
kidding.
are like both dangerous. As a matter of fact, they may not do it all the time, but I will say this: New England does have a running game.
Yeah.
Their halfbacks can break and go for yardage. They
And
can.
as I mentioned before, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis has not fumbled in 4 years, so
Nope.
he's a pretty underrated running back.
Now
Oh,
I got a question for all you, and I believe you all heard this at the beginning of the season. Eli Manning thought he was a elite quarterback. Do you believe he's now one of those top 10 elite quarterbacks in the league?
I would
right
say
now?
I would say he's in the top 15, but not the top 10.
No,
but
top
I'm
15.
saying he's having one of the best years in his career
yeah, and
this season.
And you know what's
one of
funny?
his best seasons right now.
And you know what's funny is probably at the end of this season, if the Giants win, he's gonna have more rings than his brother, which everyone thought it would be, flip flopped.
Yeah, exactly.
but if you
but
look-
and I wanted to mention one thing that nobody has ever thought about. Basically, what I wanted to get to is my prediction, since nobody wanted to, since it's of course the Kyle Lodi Sports and Thunder show, and of course we need my prediction. So
Of course.
I'm gonna get my prediction right now. So there's a team with a bad defense and the team with an actual good defense. Basically, you could see both offenses going off on each other, but I for one, I think the final score is going to be somewhere in the 20s. If it's going to be close, then I think the Giants are going to win by the score of 20 to 17. If it's a blowout, then I think the Patriots are going to just absolutely destroy them. I think the score is going to be right around 38-24, I would say. As much as I want to see the game go into overtime, since, of course, no Super Bowl has gone to overtime, and, not even that, I mean,
It's been a
basically, I don't care who wins the game. I just want to see a good competitive match from both teams, and that's what Kyle and Lodi says.
well, the whole thing is too that there is one key thing that the Giants have to do. You know what that is?
What is it?
You have to block you have to block those tight ends. You have to stay on those tight ends, and you have to stop the receiver core. If you do that, because the way that New England plays, if you do that, you have a chance of winning, and you keep it on your side.
And also, put a little pressure on Brady wouldn't hurt either.
Exactly. Don't you agree with that, Wild Boy, or Bay Area kid,
He's Bay Area kid. Get it right.
aka Wild Boy?
Okay.
How is he Wild Boy?
Don't ask.
All right.
I don't know what you think sometimes.
I do know that yesterday that Gronkowski wasn't at the practice.
But Hakeem Nicks, I think, was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
which was part of why I give the edge to the Giants. Is I know that Gronkowski's not going to be 100% for this game.
And that means Aaron Hernandez has got to step it up.
Yes. Which actually throws out one of the Patriots' really great weapons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they still have many weapons. You got
No. There's no doubt they still have over 100 weapons.
And yeah, that
Exactly.
receive, but that
Yeah.
like I'll tell you this right now, if anything, I think they have like out of like most like next to Green Bay, all that stuff, they have some of the best receiving cores I've seen in the NFL in a long time.
Well, despite Chad Ochocinco, of course.
Yes, but still a very very good receiving.
Only a 77 overall on a. Actually, no, I take about 74 overall on Madden.
Yeah, but don't you?
When you update the rosters,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
74 overall. That's no
But don't
joke.
you? But don't you agree? It's like a pretty good receiving core.
No, there's no doubt it's a